So we get our first Modern Warfare 3 preseason patch notes, and it's today, Wednesday, November 15th, and it starts off pretty badly. It says, due to unforeseen issues, not all of the changes scheduled for today's update were able to be released. Typically, the main reason for that is because one reason or another, if they did put them in, they didn't figure out why it wouldn't crash the game, or one other issue that it dominoed and made another issue. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. The consumer paid for a product. A lot of these things should work off launch. I know Call of Duty has kind of had buggy launches pretty much always, but at this point it's kind of like, what the heck is the problem? How do we not have this figured out? Whether it's time crunch or not, the Activision and the studios do have enough money to make it happen. Regardless, nobody cares why it's not working. It just needs to work, right? I think that's a big problem, especially when you're asking people to spend $70+ to play your game. Our team are hardworking to keep movement changes, which is important, multiplayer weapon balancing, zombies gameplay and stability fixes, and more into the next available update. And one of the biggest issues with zombies right now is everyone's doing that sentry gun, which actually crashes some servers, which is a huge problem. So COD HQ. Players will no longer encounter blank screen when MWIII tiles are expected. Whatever. Fix an issue console players were cross-launching from one game to another, disbanding lobbies. Fix an issue of PC players which selectively installs, which not available. Okay. Stability and performance, some PC stuff. Campaign, who cares? We're already playing the game. Gameplay. Completion reward will now probably award if player closes the application during the credit sequence. Okay, that's still that. Multiplayer. Enemy player elevation will now be properly displayed on the minimap. Yeah, yesterday's video, I talked about how important the minimap is, and I explained this part where it kind of has the chevron above if they're above you, and the chevron below if they are below you, which is pretty important for the minimap. Fix the bug which playlists would disappear from the main menu. Prompt to view gamer card on the scoreboard now functions as expected for console players. Promoting a player to party leader will no longer allow them to attempt the matchmake for locked playlists. Progression. Weapon. Address an issue that prevented the bolt actions from being unlocked at the expected weapon level of the CAT AMR sniper rifle. Challenges. Introduce new requirements for the priceless camo change specifically for the WSP Swarm, which doesn't even impact that many people because not that many people are at that point. But get 10 operator double kills while in tac stant. Hardcore should knock that out. Resolve the issue prevented several challenges from tracking completion progress. Cool. Corrected unlock challenge tracking condition for barbecue operator. Maps. Terminal. Players can no longer plant a bomb from outside of the unintended location and search and destroy. Popov power. Players will no longer spawn in enemy territory in invasion mode. It's kind of a big bug. Modes. TDM increased match from 75 to 100. I hadn't played TDM. I stopped playing TDM quite a while ago. I've played mostly hardpoint, kill confirmed, and domination. Let me know. Was it going to time? Because it seems kind of odd thing, or were the matches ending pretty quickly? Maybe they don't want people getting their wins too quick for the armory. Ground war. Addressed an issue causing dev errors. 841. During normal gameplay. Be on the lookout for experimental playlists in the coming days, and hopefully this will be able to try some things out, like it says, featuring player outlines. And this is something we played back in August, and I will say it wasn't really like overwhelming. It wasn't really super overpowering noticing it. It would be more just like when the player's visible on your screen, not behind smoke, not behind a wall, literally visible where you'd be able to look at them. There'd be like a subtle little hue of an outline, not quite as vibrant or as popping out as the player icon at the top or their nameplate. It wouldn't be like that. It was very subtle. Just so you like, oh, is that an enemy? Yeah, it is an enemy, especially in hardcore. That should help out so you're not team shooting quite as often. Weapon attachments, MCW, increase hipfire control during sustained. A bunch of buffs to increased hipfire control during sustained fire for several different weapons. Cosmetics, gun screen audio will now play as expected upon pressing the preview button. Hellspring operator bundle, cool. People pay for that. And then zombies, address an issue that prevented missions in Act 2 from auto queuing while in game. This also happens in Act 3. I managed to finish all the acts, and I got the, the bone collector skin. I'm currently working on the camos. I got about 33 or 34 gold at the moment. So we're working on that. So the Act 2, now it should be a little bit smoother and faster. You don't have to exfil after every single mission. Stability, fix a crash encounter when players navigated to the store. Cool, various stability and map fixes. And that's kind of it. Pretty lackluster in terms of some of the changes we wanted. From people's experience already jumping on the game, they said that multiplayer, it does feel like the slide delay after the slide is back to the beta, but there's still some improvements and tweaks that could be made there, and we'll just kind of have to see what they do. First one, a little bit lackluster. I wish there was more in there, and there's really no excuses for the game to be as buggy as it is. Again, I know there's gonna be comments, $70 DLC or whatever. At the end of the day, it is what it is. There's a lot of content. You play it or don't. Appreciate all the support. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.